Hello and welcome to Frontrunner Motorsport. We have just finished Season 2 of Formula E, and in the real world, the 2023 season has just finished. So are we now just all out of Formula E until 2024? Absolutely not. I'll tell you why. We're going to watch Season 3. I know, crazy concept. But it's worth subscribing for, and you should do that right now. And this isn't the only Formula E stuff we're going to be doing in the next couple of weeks or so, because at some point I'm going to react to my Formula E predictions, and they were as bad as always. You're not going to want to miss it. But for now, we're going to watch Season 3. So we're watching the opening race at Hong Kong, the first time Hong Kong appears on the Formula E calendar. There were 2 races, but today we are just looking at number 1. So with that, if you watched the preview yesterday, you know what the grid looks like. So you can just jump right into the video with me.
Away we go, very good solid start from the front row men. Jumping up fast from 5th position, Sebastian Buemi, and look at the blue car of Buemi, still in 5th.
Lopez round the outside, trying the big move.
All trying to get around Oliver Turvey, who's in 2nd, but Bird gets by. There's contact with Lopez. Sam Bird moves up to 3rd in the purple Virgin car, and here comes Buemi, who's already moved up to 4th, past Jose Maria Lopez. It is Nelson Piquet who leads, and his teammate Oliver Turvey with a yellow helmet top in 2nd place. Sam Bird up to 3rd, Buemi's blue and black Renault Edam's car in 4th place, and they've almost all made it through. That's Mar, loses his nose wing and gets clattered from behind.
Daniel Apps lost his rear wing too.
Yeah, so Daniel Apps, some contact from behind.
It looked like Mad slowed down and the car behind him just rammed him into the car in front.
Well, App in 10th position. And who's dropping down the order? Mar is going all the way down the order. In fact, he is stationary. We may see the safety car coming out right at the beginning.
Saw some contact between one of the Andretti cars at the back too.
Well, lap 1, and we've already lost Mark Wing-Ha. So Techeetah, well, one of the Techeetahs, only lasted 1 corner. I hope John-Eric Vergne does a lot better. Also, interestingly, is Nelson Piquet Jr. leading the race, or am I high? I was not expecting that. He spent the entirety of last season at the back of the field, or crashing. This is already a topsy-turvy season.
Also Daniel Abt in trouble, and again Lopez in the Virgin car. He's just easy meat for everybody. Adam Carroll gets alongside him, they slow each other down, and the 3rd car in there right behind, and that is Jerome D'Ambrosio. So D'Ambrosio is
I'm sorry, that was Mitch Evans.
No, it was. Is that Mitch Evans?
Yes,
in the
Mitch in the Jag, yeah.
So both Jaguars being held up by Jose Maria Lopez.
He's setting him up very nicely there. Look, much tighter line off that last corner. And here comes Daniel Abt out of the pits.
Yeah. So he's come out in his first car with no wing.
And Degrassi just got the mechanical flag. He's not going to be happy there.
Adam Carroll goes through. Well, Degrassi knocked the rear wing off his car.
He's passed 2. Can he get 3 in one corner?
Oh, look at
3
this.
wide here.
Yes, he's on the inside line as well. And Adam Carroll's the meat in the sandwich. Lopez on the left, and Prost picks up another spot. He goes by Mauro Engel. Engel, another rookie, and Lopez being shunted left, right and centre. He's like one of our guest drivers in the E-race. Everybody's just barging him out of the way.
Do we have contact there? I was very close to the wall with Lopez.
Very close to Paris. I think he's trying to keep his speed up, but not get hit and not damage other cars.
Has he got an issue?
Yeah, absolutely. He must have from that contact early on.
So Sebastian Buemi is running in 4th with Degrassi way down the field, and the Brazilian is not going to like that, but it gets worse. He just pulled off an epic overtake. We got past 3 cars, but he's been shown the black and orange flag, so he has to come in for repairs. So it was all for nothing. Not to mention his teammate has also been into the pits and is now down the back of the field. So this has not been a good start to the year for Abt Audi. As for everyone else, the Virgins are really struggling. They seem to be dropping back pretty quickly. The Jaguars are in the middle of the field, but they do seem to be moving up. And it's going to be an interesting race, I think. Nico Prost has also made moves forward. And at the moment, the Neos are still leading the way. So it's still a very strange race, a very strange start to Season 3.
What is going on with Techeetah? Trouble for both cars.
He's waiting for somebody to tell him what to do.
And he's in the backup car. His first race car has gone in. And we're only on lap 9 of 45. If that's a powertrain issue, then they're in real trouble.
What is happening there?
And if that's a powertrain issue in both Techeetah cars, hello, excuse me, what might possibly happen at Renault-powered Edams as well?
You know, and he was quickest in 2nd practice today.
So, disappointment for Techeetah. Both cars have run into issues very early on into their first race. and are now down the back of the field. I think they're both in their spare cars. Lucas Di Grassi is back out, but obviously well down. And I think Jerome D'Ambrosio has run into trouble as well. So a lot of, I don't want to say front runners, but decent drivers are having a rough start to Season 3. And at this point, at around about, just before a quarter of the way through the race, Nelson Piquet is still leading.
Got to be happy so far. Touching wood here, not commentators' curse. Nice consistent run, as you said. They're trying to get every position they can.
125.
Adam Carroll, giving them the numbers there. It's interesting hearing the different accents.
Yes, they're very easily distinguishable. A Kiwi and Adam Carroll from Northern Ireland. And don't forget, there is still time. Oh no, there isn't. The fan boost has been completed, and unsurprisingly, Argentina has voted overwhelmingly for Jose Maria Lopez. He headed the fan boost. Sebastian Buemi and Lucas Di Grassi also in the top 3 of the voting, as they have been all the way through. So they will get the opportunity to use that fan boost. And for Daniel Abt, who currently has the fastest lap of the race, that could be a problem.
Jean-Eric Verne taking it though.
Now goes quicker, but he doesn't have fan boost to help him. Di Grassi needs a clean lap and fan boost to get those points. Oh, big slide from Rosenqvist.
Did he keep going?
No.
Oh, the rear wing's gone.
And the steering's broken as well. Left front steering arm, it looked like the wheel was
pushing a little too hard, just caught him out on the brakes. And this is, with the regen coming in and just catching him out.
So 1/3 of the way through the race, and unfortunately Felix Rosenqvist has made a mistake and ended up backwards into the wall, damaging his car. Big shame. Mahindra were running really, really well. They had a tough Season 2. It's quite nice to see them further up the field in Season 3. Heidfeld is still within the top 10, so he still has a chance of points. As for everything else, not a lot has happened. There's a couple of overtakes here and there, and Nelson Piquet Jr. has something like a 3 or 4 second lead, so I'd be amazed. Like, part of me knows that Nelson Piquet didn't win a Formula E race outside of Season 1, but I'm struggling to think of how he could possibly lose this one at the moment, because he is running really well. He's got the pace out front. No one's actually closing him in. It's honestly, it must be a mistake somewhere, I guess, but we're going to have to find out, because I'm interested.
They have definitely got speed. 2 great drivers in there and a great team, and obviously they want to impress BMW, their new partner.
Yes. That's a really valid point. For the first time, the blue and white Rambler BMW is on the Amelin Andretti cars. Fastest lap has just been snatched away by Jean-Eric Verne, and
Piquet,
into the barriers is the race leader. He's gone straight down. Oh, and he's not alone. Is that Sam Bird in the barriers at the chicane?
No, I think that's Lopez. It's Lopez.
So Lopez trying to nurse his car through to get into a healthy second car. Yellow flags are out. Will we see a red flag or
we'll see a
safety car?
We're going to see a safety car. He's going to, now he's stopped. Uh-oh.
Race leader, chicane. Remember Jean-Eric Verne in qualifying when the car was in the barriers?
No, but there's a car parked in the barrier
exactly.
here. And he's seen it just as he's turned in.
Locked up.
Oh, look at the rear wing moving.
Yeah, that's the vibration on the barriers.
He wasn't in the barrier. Piquet did it on his own.
How did he miss it? So this was Lopez.
Okay, yeah, so Lopez has gone in, and watch Piquet appear on the scene.
Decided not to try and make it round the corner.
No time to react there. He's
and that means Lopez crash gives the lead to his own teammate, Sam Bird. And Piquet, I thought he might have got away with that.
Safety car deployed, guys.
Piquet's car is undamaged.
Yeah, he's fine.
So Piquet has lost the lead, as to be expected. I do feel sorry for him. It was not his fault. It was just bad timing. Jose Maria Lopez has been struggling with his car since the race began, and he ended up in the barrier just as Nelson Piquet was coming down, and he had nowhere to go, locked up. I think very lucky not to damage his car, which means Sam Bird is in the lead. So Jose Maria Lopez crashes and gives his teammate the lead. So I think at least Nelson Piquet can respect the hustle. He may not see it like that, but I'm sure he can respect it deep down. Also, it's daytime now. And
when Sam pits, they're going to come back together on the track, depending on how much time he's gained relative to Buemi. So it's all to play for.
And Da Costa being held up by
tell
Jeb.
me what to do. Am I boxing?
Box this lap. Box.
Right, so he's
Box
down
this lap,
under
box.
10%.
Probably 1 lap earlier than he would have wanted, but That's the way it worked out.
Down to 8%. Could he have squeezed another lap out? Maybe not at the power he's using. Maybe now, use that power, get the lap time in.
That's what he's been doing.
There's his teammate Jose Maria Lopez, finally made it back on foot.
Sam's going to pit the next corner here. Watch this, here he comes, turning left. And he's going to just into here. He's going to pull over to the left, or the right side of camera right here. No, he's going.
No, it's gone round again.
He's gone.
All right, so now he needs to really harvest that energy, recharge the battery as much as he can under braking.
Can he make it? And Da Costa's in.
Da Costa is in from second place.
Box. You're tight on energy. Box.
So it looks like Sam Bird has made a massive mistake. He's tight on energy, and rather than coming to the pit and change cars, he's gone around for another lap. But that means he's going to have to be a bit slower than usual because he's got to harvest and he's got to get round before he hits 0. That means it's kind of advantage batted back over to the likes of PK and Buemi, who have... Well, Buemi's already changed cars. I think PK's still going around. He might have changed cars. And I think PK's very lucky that he only dropped to second after his little moment. And I think he had, a 3-4 second gap in front of him to Sam Bird. Lucas Di Grassi is actually leading the cars that have pitted for their second car, but obviously he did it a lot earlier in the race and is not likely to make the end. So at the moment it looks like everything is going Sebastian Buemi's way once again.
And there's Buemi in the Buemi and Di Grassi 1-2 right now. Obviously Di Grassi's not looking so good with with his energy.
I wonder how little energy he has got left now. So Sebastian Buemi on target to win this one.
And Buemi passed him too, so...
Yeah, Di Grassi was 73% still.
I'm not sure. Is that accurate?
Is that right? Yeah, he stopped
incredible.
A little early, but under a safety car. So...
Yeah, this is...
He too has
so here we go,
boost.
1-2. These two boys have found a way to do it. Nick Heidfeld, P3. Nico Prost, P4.
Yep.
So Sam Bird's bad luck continues because... I mean, what were the chances his second car was just not going to work straight away? He actually did very well to get round on that extra lap with enough energy, but second car wouldn't kick off for some reason. And that sort of sums up Sam Bird's luck in Formula E, especially in these first couple of seasons, where he looks really good at times, but something will go wrong for him. What that means is Buemi is leading the race with Di Grassi behind him. Di Grassi pitted early, but seems to have saved a lot of energy and is roughly on about the same as Buemi. So the cream has risen to the top once again. Buemi versus Di Grassi round 8. And it should lead to an exciting end to this Hong Kong E-Prix.
Well, he didn't want to let him by and lose too much ground, because 2 laps ago when we looked at the gap, he was 3.3 in front of Lucas Di Grassi. Now he's only 2.6.
And he's on the lead lap, and he's praying for a safety car because that gets him back in the game.
And they've both got a fan boost as well. There's Di Grassi in the red, green and gold.
And he's got to get through this traffic. Hopefully they do not, they don't hold him up here.
Nick Heidfeld and Nico Prost just going through shot there. That is the battle for 3rd position. Di Grassi in 2nd spot for the Abt Schaeffler Audi Sport team. Sebastian Buemi, there's just 1 car between them. They've got almost identical usable power. But we now know this year we're going to be going down to the last 1 or 2%, pushing everything to the limit.
Di Grassi's back up within 2 seconds of Sebastian Buemi there.
Took half a second out of Sebastian Buemi that lap again. He does look like the fastest car on the track at the moment, 105.7. Last lap though, 104.1 for Robin Freins in that brand new chassis Andretti car. So they didn't do a bad job putting it together, did they? What?
They both did it together right, didn't they? They don't want to bolt it together poorly because they're going to have even more work if something breaks on it. So yeah, great job again. Can't say enough about that.
John O'Bain with the fastest lap at the moment, 103.0.
Okay, so we have about 10 laps left. I have jumped forward a bit because honestly not a lot has been happening. Sam Bird has been making overtakes, but obviously he's a lap down. But he has now passed Buemi, so he is back on the lead lap. Clearly a lot of pace in that car. If it wasn't for the troubles at the pit stop, I have no doubt he'd be leading this race. Buemi is still leading from Di Grassi. I think Di Grassi is slightly faster, but he's not really catching him. And Heidfeld's on his own in 3rd. There's some smaller battles through the field, but nothing amazing so far. And with 10 laps left, I don't see anyone really challenging Buemi. I mean, maybe De Grassi can catch him, but I think it's unlikely.
So this is looking back from Jerome D'Ambrosio
into
and
turn
Antonio
6.
Felix da Costa.
Let's see. Is he going to set it up into 6?
Oh, and that's a Mahindra going very
Is that
slowly.
Nick Heidfeld?
Very slow Mahindra, staying out of the way though. So that might have been Felix Rosenqvist just staying out of the way.
There's
There was
Rosenqvist going
Rosenqvist.
slow.
Little moment of worry there. I'm sure the team knew exactly who it was.
Hopefully they weren't listening to me.
Yeah.
Here's Da Costa coming through turn 9 now, setting up for this long straight into turn 1. You see the worried faces of the boys there in the Andretti garage. A little far back. He's going to have to do this on the brakes. Yeah, there you go.
He got D'Ambrosio and he cruises by Oliver Turvey, who's having to save the energy. Da Costa, 2 spots on 1 lap, Dario.
Fantastic, but you've seen when they pitted under yellow, you thought that it's not doable, but you're now seeing that they're having to pay the penalty of having to stretch the energy. Well, the guys who pitted later is now coming back towards them. I'm not saying it's back enough towards them to catch Buemi and De Grassi. De Grassi's back within 1.8 seconds of Buemi. This gap between first and second keeps seesawing massive amounts. I don't know what is going on with those two there. Maybe they're just driving to the battery temperature.
Yeah, and again managing all of those parameters.
Alright, so we're on the last 5 laps. It's been very, very quiet. A few back markers to pass, but nothing too challenging. The biggest challenge at the moment is battery temperature and all the management they have to do. So, last 5 laps, can De Grassi catch Buemi? Can Heidfeld feature in any way? Will something happen in the field somewhere?
2.2 first to second, 2.5 second to third. The gap is coming down fractionally. Heidfeld closing in the last lap.
4% left on Heidfeld. Last lap.
And look at Buemi. Buemi's been doing a good job. He's got more energy. Heidfeld down to 3%. He might not make it. Prost might end up on the podium. But look, Prost might not make it. Da Costa with 10% is good to go. Can Prost make it all the way without getting overhauled?
If Heidfeld he's got to be on the equivalent of electric fumes here coming up in a minute.
Top 4 below 5%.
Buemi's all right.
Yeah.
Buemi's in good shape, but I'm De Grassi right now.
He got by Loic Duval without any problems.
De Grassi's got to be confident though, because his sector 1 and sector 2 were strong.
Don't forget, he can roll 100 meters down towards the line and he'll still be able to make it on 0 energy.
Might be low and rolling slower than the car behind it's coming in a hurry, but Heidfeld 2%. Yeah, Prost 2%.
Yeah.
And there's your winner.
Buemi takes the checkered flag. Temperatures going through the roof, doesn't matter. He's the winner.
There we go.
Okay, we didn't see the checkered flag come out. Nick Heidfeld's light is flashing. He's on 0%. He's had
That
to,
doesn't matter. It's all over. You know what I mean? He's done it.
he's had to manually power down.
So Sebastian Buemi takes the first win of Season 3. It carries on Edam's form because obviously Nico Prost won the last 2 races. Great start to the year for them. De Grassi did a very good job to recover from his earlier issues to finish second. Heidfeld, brilliant performance with Mahindra in third. Prost is up there again, so maybe he's going to be more of a title contender this year. And outside the points, Techeetah and Jaguar, neither of the new teams scored anything, but the BMW Andretti team. Obviously, this is when BMW joined the series. They did a very good job to get 2 cars in the points. So, with that, that's the end of our first race of Season 3. So, let's look at the early standings. So, first, the team standings, we have Edams on top once again with Apt Audi and a very impressive Andretti. Mahindra in 4th, and Neo back on the scoreboard in 5th. In the driver's standings, Sebastian Buemi once again leads the way from Lucas De Grassi, and Nick Heidfeld, Nico Prost and Antonio Felix da Costa round out the top 5. Anyway, thank you for watching. Make sure you subscribe. There will be more Season 3 incoming as other Formula E content comes out as well. As soon as we get closer to 2024, there's going to be a new prediction video. This is going to carry on, and there'll be other like there's motorsport content all the time. Just subscribe to the channel, we'll be fine. Leave your thoughts down below. What did you think of the race? What are your memories of Season 3? And with that, thank you for watching and have a good one.